Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to an evening where we celebrate some of the most intellectual and creative undergraduate and postgraduate minds from colleges across the globe. The smart young minds that emerged out of the turmoil and are raring to prove their worth. It's my utmost honor to have the opportunity to welcome you to Image 2022 GLS annual Management Fest. GLS is a young branch of a banyan tree. The Vad Vruksh Gujarat Law Society, a trust in the centennial year celebration. Since its inception, GLS has committed to providing state-of-the-art education and an environment for individuals to grow and explore the truest potential. We realize that management and businesses are no longer rigid lines written in brick and mortar. They are fluid and personal. They are a reflection of the people and their individual personalities. And to give these shining, young, and curious personas a platform to indulge, we have been organizing our own Management Fest Image for the last 18 years. Have you seen how the universe is lit up with stars on a dark night? And how the waves sparkle when the sunlight falls on them? Today, this gathering too glistens and shines with the presence of some such dignitaries. We have with us Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, Rajya Sabha member and national spokesperson BJP, and Dr. Sudhir Nanavati, President, JLS University and Executive Vice President of Gujarat Law Society. One tree can start a forest. One word can frame a goal. One candle can wipe out darkness. A true leader has the confidence to stand alone, a courage to take tough decisions, and the compassion to listen to the need of others. Sri Sudhir Nanavati is all this and more. Sir is a multifaceted, magnanimous, and charismatic personality, and most popular for the equality in his action and integrity in his intent. I would request Dr. Sudhir Nanavati, sir, to give his welcome and presidential address.
Honorable Member of Rajya Sabha, Shri Sudhanshu Trivedi ji, my colleagues at GLS University, distinguished guests and students. On behalf of GLS University, it is indeed a matter of pleasure and privilege for me to extend to you all a very warm welcome to the inaugural function of Image 2022. We were able to accept the challenges posed by COVID-19 pandemic in our university because we are part of legacy which has been handed down to us by the founding fathers like Sardar Patel, Sri Ganesh Maulankar, Sri Kasturbai Lalbhai, and Sri I.M. Nanavati, who had established Gujarat Law Society Trust in 1927. Following the philosophy of progress being rooted in disruption and change, GLS Trust established a private university with the same name in 2015 to cater to the changing academic needs of the society which underwent sea change due to rapid globalization. GLS University endeavors to foster a culture wherein original ideas are generated through a strong accent on innovation, inquiry, scholarship, creativity, and research. Therefore, different faculties under the aegis of GLS University organize competitions like Management Fest, Moot Court, etc. Faculty of Business Administration, GLS has been organizing this event since 2002 in order to give students a platform to practice and execute the management theories learned by them in classrooms through a brilliant series of competitions. Interestingly, it also creates an opportunity for students to think critically to widen their mental horizon and to upgrade their mindset in such a way that it enhances their employability skills. I would like to inform this August gathering that these competitions are not arbitrarily decided. They are always relevant to the current scenario. When once in a century pandemic struck in 2020, the entire world was thrown out of a gear. India, with the second largest population in the world, faced a grave situation as it depend on foreign countries for the supply of N95 masks, PPE kits, testing kits, ventilators, and so on. India registered a turnaround in almost a month's time when it started producing all those things needed to counter the pandemic due to massive campaign of Atmanirbhar Bharat. Atmanirbhar Bharat celebrates self-reliance and self-sufficient. By courtesy of this campaign, India today has started exporting the goods required to counter this pandemic. Therefore, we zeroed in on this theme, and with that, we began looking for a resourceful person who can elaborate on the theme. It is indeed a matter of honor to have with us Sri Sudhanshu Trivedi ji, who, apart from being a Rajya Sabha member, is also a national spokesperson of the ruling party, which makes him the most appropriate choice to enlighten the students on Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. On behalf of GLS University, I thank you, Sudhanshuji, for accepting our invitation to address students at the inauguration of Management Fest Image 2022. It gives me immense pleasure to inform this August gathering that more than 700 participants from 110 plus colleges across the globe are competing to demonstrate their managerial insights. We have teams from UK, Nepal, as well as students from 21 states of India who are participating in this fest. The participants are from renowned institutes like various IIMs, etc. I welcome all participants and their faculties in charge who have joined us to participate in IMADE 2022. My heartiest greetings goes to our invited guest whose gracious presence has been a matter of motivation for us. I hail those students who have turned up online in huge number today to cheer up the participants. I hope that as the fest unfolds, all the students are going to have a bonanza of fun and learning. I convey my gratitude and congratulate Dr. Shefali Dani, Director, GLS Faculty of Business Administration, and her team who have worked very hard in organizing this fest. Thank you all for gracing this inaugural ceremony of IMADE 2022.
With this year's installment of Image, we intend to bring forth solutions for a real time challenge braided by many countries, that of self sufficiency. The solution in the case of our country is the Atmanirbhar Bharat drive. Economists from around the world have shown great emphasis on the need for countries to become self sufficient. Today, 74 years after the independence of our country from its colonizers, the fire of self sufficiency has reignited in the hearts of Indians due to the tireless efforts of our Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi. He, along with his cabinet ministers, introduced the phrase Atmanirbhar Bharat to place his priorities of India as a global leader, an exporter rather than an importer, a producer and not a buyer. This phrase has been used as an umbrella to signify policies like Digital India, Make in India, and development in the production of defense systems in India. Our chief guest for the day encompasses the true essence of our theme this year. He has witnessed all the important decisions being conceptualized and implemented immaculately from close proximity. He's an important part of Bharatiya Janata Party in the Upper Rajya Sabha and serves as the senior national spokesperson. Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi is an engineer, a PhD in mechanical engineering, and has served as a faculty in several Indian universities. He is a rare young leader who has been invited across the globe to give lectures at multiple international forums and conferences on topics beyond politics like culture, spiritualism, global scenarios, science and technology, and yoga. He is a prominent thinker and an analyst. Please welcome Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi.
First of all, I would like to congratulate the GLS University for organizing this program of International Management Fest, Images 2022, and in particular, the chairman of the university, Dr. Sudhir Nanavati, and director Dr. Shefali Dani for inviting me in this program. मेरा आना तय था, परंतु आप जानते हैं कि उत्तर प्रदेश का एक महत्वपूर्ण चुनाव में अचानक पार्टी का एक कार्यक्रम मेरे लिए निर्धारित कर दिया गया। तो आपको सभी को पता है कि चुनाव के समय हम लोगों के लिए सर्वाधिक महत्वपूर्ण वो हो जाता है। इस कारण आपके मध्य उपस्थित होने की अपनी प्रबल इच्छा को भी मैं साकार रूप देने में समर्थ नहीं हो पा रहा हूं। इसलिए इस संक्षिप्त वीडियो संदेश के द्वारा आपसे मैं अपना संवाद करने का प्रयास करता हूं। We all know that the Prime Minister has taken an uphill task of making India Atmanirbhar Bharat, and in this context, I would just like to share a food for thought that came into my mind. Our engineers and scientists were capable enough of making Chandrayaan and Mangalyaan, but our country was not manufacturing the fighter planes. We were capable of making the intermediate range ballistic missiles, but we were unable to make the assault rifles. This thing doesn't sound logical. This was showing the lack of confidence and lack of policy. So the situation has changed now. Now everything is being started manufacturing in India. So this is a major leap towards Atmanirbharta in its first and foremost case of self-defense. And it's not just one dimension. If you have seen in this time of pandemic, which was worst in the documented history of the mankind, India was providing 80 crore poor people the food grains for their livelihood. So Atmanirbharta is also important for that person who is standing on the farthermost or the lowest most pedestal of the society, which is inspired by our thought of Antyodaya, Antim Sidi par khade hue vyakti ka uday, to the highest and sophisticated technology, whether from nuclear submarine to the Chandrayaan or other things. So Atmanirbhar Bharat is a vast and a grand phenomena which has been inspired by the grand vision of Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi. And not only this, it has started from the time when he came into power. You remember the International Yoga Day. What does this signify? This signifies that starts with the Atmanirbhar of your own personality, along with reminding that how vast our knowledge and ancient treasure of wisdom was. So we can become intellectually Atmanirbhar also. So I want to say यह स्वतंत्रता का अमृत महोत्सव है और आप सभी युवा जब शताब्दी वर्ष आएगा 25 वर्ष के बाद और सभी शिक्षक जो उनका मार्गदर्शन कर रहे हैं, आप सबके प्रयास से वह भारत का निर्माण होगा जो आर्थिक दृष्टि से भी आत्मनिर्भर होगा, सामरिक दृष्टि से भी आत्मनिर्भर होगा, बौद्धिक दृष्टि से भी आत्मनिर्भर होगा, सांस्कृतिक दृष्टि से भी आत्मनिर्भर होगा और उस स्थिति में पहुंचने में सफल होगा जिसके कि विषय में कभी स्वामी विवेकानंद ने कहा था कि मैं देख रहा हूं कि भारत माता दिव्य आभा के साथ प्राचीन शक्ति से युक्त होकर संपूर्ण विश्व को मार्गदर्शन देने के लिए पुनः सिंहासनारूढ़ होने जा रही है। तो हम सब मिलकर समाज के गरीब निर्धन तबके से लेकर प्रबुद्ध समृद्ध तबके तक सभी मिलकर भारत की आत्मनिर्भरता का मार्ग प्रशस्त कर सकें। इस पंक्ति के साथ मैं समाप्त करता हूं कि अभी जो प्रयास चल रहा है वही दिशा में दृढ़ता से आगे बढ़े। स्वप्न देखा था कभी वो आज हर धड़कन में है, एक नया भारत बनाने का इरादा मन में है, बढ़ रहे हैं हम प्रगति की ओर उस रफ्तार से, कर रहा है विश्व भी हमको नमन उस पार से। आप सभी को पुनः इस सफल आयोजन के लिए बधाई देता हूं। धन्यवाद।
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring presentation. Your depth of understanding of India and Indians, and your ability to present this subject in such an interesting way made this a memorable evening. I'm extremely privileged to welcome our director, Dr. Shefali Dani, who is an epitome of strength. Innovative, compassionate, respected, and visionary are some of the words that define her. She is the glue that keeps GLS together and epitomizes the Stree Shakti that GLS University completely believes in. It's my privilege to invite Dr. Shefali Dani, Director of GLS to conclude this union with her closing thoughts.
Honorable Sudhanshu Trivediji, Sudhir Sir, esteemed guests, participants, and students. On behalf of GLS University and its entire fraternity, I feel immense pleasure to propose a vote of thanks for the inaugural session of Management Fest 2022. Management Fest are a blend of learning and merrymaking. When a guest like Sudhanshuji spares time from his busy schedule to enlighten professional students on multitude of opportunities that have opened up due to Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative, the element of learning scales a new height. I sincerely thank Sudhanshuji for his phenomenal disclosure on Atmanirbhar Bharat. I express my deepest sense of gratitude towards Sudhir sir for presiding over the inaugural function as well as for giving us space and freedom to chart a new course in management education. I am indebted to Ms. Chandni Kapadia for her gracious presence. I would especially thank Joshi sir, Provost GLS University, Dharmesh Bhai, Registrar GLS University for extending their unconditional support to us. I also extend thanks to all my dedicated and motivated colleagues who know their task and are very much result oriented. Big thanks to my student volunteers who burnt midnight oil to make this event a grand success. My deep sense of thanks and appreciation goes to all the participants who have registered in this fest and have joined this session with great enthusiasm. I would like to place on record my sincerest thanks to all those who have directly or indirectly worked to make this fest a gala affair. In the end, thank you all for being with us today. Have a safe time ahead. Thank you.
A part of every journey is its end. We come to the conclusion of this program. It's been an honor to stand before you. This is Dr. Vinita Anand.